So the forecast is calling for what some are likening to Snowmageddon. Others referring to as the snowpocalypse. And but I'm not an overly dramatic person, so I think it's just a good spring snow. Original predictions were 90 inches though. That's a little extreme, but now it's a little more reasonable. I think the last I heard from, we got these little local message board type thing, email list, and last I heard from one of the locals was 5 feet, so that's still pretty good. You know, I'll be buried up to my neck in snow by the weekend, I guess. So it's now I think it's 2 days away before the big snow starts up, and we are literally ground zero. Because if you look on the map, we got the highest snowfall totals anticipated, so right around Estes Park area. So I'm doing what I do as a last minute prepless prepper. I am just going through what we got. I'm trying to get some bare essentials. The whole concept of prepping is that you're kind of prepared, so I'm trying to be tiny bit prepared. So I got, just in case, the main concern is that the power goes out. And we got a trailer, that we're living out of. So, not this one. This is the Nightwatch N8, all right? The Nightwatch Mobile that's not quite finalized yet. This summer, hope to get this thing. Pretty nice. Mobile command center for the Nightwatch show. For now, it's just kind of storage. So I got this Mr. Heater in here. It's pretty slick. I'll show you what it looks like. It's a beast. There's a handle on this thing. Does it have a handle? It would be nice if they put a handle on it. Here, I'll just sit up here on the bed. There you go. It's a pretty good size propane heater. So I need to, all I need to do is, what do I need to do? I need to come up with a little attachments, because here on the bottom, if you can see this, it's kind of hard to, hold on a sec. Alright, so it's got this little female port. I'm pretty sure you can still call that a female port in this day and age PC culture. And I've got a male port, valve, whatever, for the propane hookup, and I got the the cord and all that. We're getting a spare propane tank filled up just in case, because this is, every year now, you're not sure what you're going to get hit with next. This is like, first there was the fire, and now there's the snow within the same year, so, you never know what you're going to get hit with next, and that's why you got to be prepared, people, okay? Especially when you're up here in the mountains, you don't want to be, I don't know. The biggest concern would be things freezing up in the trailer that we're staying in, kind of temporarily, part-time, through the winter. So yeah, we got like water lines in there, and that wouldn't be fun. Fixing all that mess after things freeze. So I want to have a backup heater. We do have a battery connected to the 12 volt car battery, deep cell connected to the trailer right now, but I need to charge another trailer car battery just in case I have a backup. Problem is we still don't have a furnace because I think it's the float switch. There's this little, when the fan cranks on, little side tip RV repair guy info here. When the fan turns on in the furnace, it's got this little safety switch, and it's like this little tab sail switch it's called. And when the fan pumps, when the fan starts sucking in air, it'll touch and it'll ground, and it'll tell the igniter, the spark, to spark, and it's not doing that right now, so it's not even sparking. And it's one of those things that might have to tear the whole thing apart, look at it, see what needs to be fixed. But it's been winter and it's been cold, and it's like, I'm not doing that in the wintertime. And we've been getting by pretty good with just space heaters. But those aren't going to work if the power goes out. So yeah, we do have a small generator. That'd be a pain in the butt to run that thing, but you know, if it was a couple days, we've done it before in the past when the power went out in the dead of winter up here during a snowstorm, which is not uncommon. It's gotten a little less common last few years because I think they finally updated the infrastructure, power lines up here. They did a lot of work on that. But yeah, so the biggest concern is the power outage, because they're saying the snow is going to be, this 5-foot snowfall potentially is going to be really heavy and wet, and that's usually not a good thing when it comes to like trees, branches. And if a branch takes out a power line, then, which is usually what happens, you could be without power for days, you know, 3-4 days, hopefully not more than that. But so it's good to be prepared up here in the hills. Us hill folk, you know, we got to be a little bit responsible with our time, and can't expect all those luxuries of you city slickers down there with your, you know, numbers and all that. You got all those numbers, so the county guys have to keep you all happy. Up here, not so much, you know, not such a big voting block up here. It's a tiny little mountain community. So, you know, chances are if we all freeze to death, you know, I don't know how likely somebody's going to lose their job after that. Yeah, just be another number. Probably call us COVID deaths or something like that. Yeah, they all got the COVID. They got really cold, and then we tested them, and they had COVID. So this is why we need more lockdowns. This is why we need to keep those masks going. Keep those masks going, guys. It's working great. So yeah, I'm gonna get this thing figured out. I just need that one part, and I might have to pillage it off of something else, because I don't feel like going all the way down for one little copper fitting. I mean, come on, you know, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of mileage. It's a lot of time. I'm pretty sure it's not. There's nothing in here. Oh, let's check though. Let's check. Could be extras. The guy who we bought this from. That's where we got this propane tank. Came with it, a heater. I don't want to be breathing this. There has been mice in here before. I'm not seeing anything right away. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Keep you all updated as time goes by. And yeah, look at this bathroom. One thing, it's got this slick barn door. This guy did some craftsmanship, yeah. But I'm not sure what he exactly was planning on doing in here, because there's like a porta potty toilet thingy, you know, and then there's the hole for the drain. But then it's like, you know, it's like 1.5 feet off the ground. And so once you stand in here, you know, you're not even going to be able to stand. Like this. Is this how I'm supposed to take a shower? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on in here. And there's not even a shower spigot, so I don't really know what he was planning on doing in here, but he built it solidly. I mean, you can see these walls. I mean, there's probably a reason why this thing weighs a ton, other than just the heavy frame they used to put on these old trailers. Yeah, my truck, I got an F250 7.3 diesel, and man, that thing was struggling a little bit. I mean, not really. It's a 7.3, but you can feel it, put it that way. Usually you don't feel anything when you're towing with that truck, but this thing, you could feel it. And going down the, without power brakes hooked up, going down the steep hill from my neighbors who gave it to us for a good deal. Yeah, you could feel that thing. It was dragging a little bit. A little sketchy, but yeah, this thing, for as small as it is, it's like a, yeah, it weighs a ton. Well, weighs more than a ton probably, because a ton isn't that much really. Weighs tons, put it that way. So yeah, I'm going to, it's really bright now for some reason. The camera won't adjust. Okay, there we go. Adjusting now. Oh, come on. So yeah, I'm going to get all the preps ready. I'll, you know, film what I can and just give everybody an idea of what it's like up here in the winter time. Fun times we get to live in up here in the mountains, and it's kind of, I guess they say 1885 or something like that was the last time we potentially had a snow this big, so it's kind of historic, I guess, historical, history making, something like that. Anyway, keep you in touch. Alright, so just a few preps in the kitchen before the coming snowstorm. Do the dishes first, because you don't know when the next time you're going to have an opportunity to do the dishes. So, I don't know why my gimbal just beeped. Must be low on battery. So yeah, do the dishes. Also filling up spare water jugs, because if the power goes out, you don't want to be without water. We got quite a few already, but you know, it's good to be extra prepared. You never know these days what's gonna happen. Never know. Alright, how's it going? So I'm gonna try to get the my little handy portable, well, portable, it's pretty heavy still, but generator, see if it'll start up. It's been a year, so you never know. I think all the gasoline evaporated from it, but put in some new gas and cross my fingers. Hopefully I won't have to clean out the carburetor again. Alright, so I'm in my other motorhome, which is another project that I hope to get finished this summer again, right? Yeah, I got a few projects. Like I say, when you're living in the projects, you gotta have the projects, right? You gotta have projects. Living in the projects. But, where was I? Oh, yeah. I was trying to figure out, yeah, this thing has a, switch it around here. Yeah. Yeah, there we go, there we go. This thing has a... Can you see this? Okay, cool. This is a cool little grill. Propane grill. I don't know how I'm supposed to lift this thing up because it doesn't have... Oh, I just stepped on a mouse trap. So I'm gonna do this real quick. I gotta use both arms. So. Okay. Okay. So right here, this is that male part. I think I can still call it a male part because it's pointy and it goes inside the female. Just a little sex ed for the kids out there. Birds and the bees type conversation your parents couldn't have without getting Child Protective Services called on them. So yeah, this is the male section, and it's a male on the other side too, so I guess you could call that... Yeah, I'm not going to even try to label that one. So it's kind of on there. It looks like it's pretty freaking... Yeah, they might have used some kind of a sealant, so we'll see if I can get that off of there, and I could use that for the Mr. Heater. We'll see what happens. Alright, stay tuned. Be back. Yeah, figures. So it's sorry for all the noise, but there's so much junk in here because this is like another storage facility at the moment until I get back on the project, part of the project. It's got potential. Yeah, so as expected, it's pretty much rusted on. Threads, so I don't want to break the thing. I still got to use this oven for this RV, so it's a still a good little oven. I don't want to break the thing, so might have to go to town. As much as I hate it, every time I got to go to town, I might still have to go to town. Gotta get gas anyway, because part of the list is to get the snowblower out so we can get out of the driveway. Just recently bought a snowblower. That was a plus after shoveling for 10 years. So that needs gas. The generator needs gas. And for some reason we don't have gas. That's like, who doesn't have stores of gas? Just for this kind of occasion, you know? Oh, the prepperless preppers, I guess. Prepless preppers. Anyway, so yeah, I probably have to go to town. Fun times. Get some supplies, and so that's the hard part. Like, how many people are just in the same position that things do go wrong? You know, how many days can you go without, you know, the loving merchants there to supply us with things necessary for survival, like food, water, gas. And it's almost like they got us all in that position for a reason, right? Like, it's kind of like a setup. Anybody else smell a setup? Especially with this cashless push with the crypto. Like I say, what happens when the lights go out to the world economy after they get the world into crypto? It could be a pretty dark winter. You know, maybe this is just a preparatory I don't know what I'm saying anymore. This is just a prep stage for what's ahead. So make your choice, right? Be prepared now or be even more unprepared later for what's coming. It's just the doomsday guy in me speaking right there. But it's starting to look more and more like doomsday every day. See ya. So you can hear it's like kind of like prior to the evacuation, a little bit of a tension feel in the air. Some of the neighbors, you can hear chainsaws going. People are getting their wood piles ready. Stay warm. Somebody was testing out their generator earlier. So there's like this sense of anticipation in the air for what's coming, and you can literally feel it in the air because it's this real damp, cool breeze. And that's when you usually know if you're in the mountains in the wintertime, there's some snow coming as the weather shifts just a little bit. Snow's on its way. So yeah, I don't know, it's just an interesting psychology right now.